Welcome into our final win total breakdown video for today in the ACC. It's our 7th team in the ACC. We're starting with the ACC, going from the lowest win total to the top. Then we're going to go to the Big 12. Then we're going to go to the Big 10. Then we're going to go to the SEC. We're going to throw in the NFL in the middle somewhere in there. If you haven't seen my other videos, go check them out. I think they're really, really good on the ACC win totals, especially Georgia Tech, because we landed our first bet there for Georgia Tech. How it's going to work, I'm going to say the guaranteed wins for Pitt. I'm going to say the guaranteed losses for Pitt. I'm going to say we're going to go over the games that are kind of in the middle. That's going to give me a number, and that's going to be my most likely number for them. I'm going to say which way I lean. If I had to pick another number, which way I lean is the second most likely number. It's going to give me a number of over or under as a pick, right? Then I'm going to say whether or not I want to bet it or not. And then at the end, I'm going to go over the whole schedule again and week by week and say win-loss and break it down just so it's more concise and more clear. We finish here with the Pitt Panthers. Win total of 5.5 for the Pitt Panthers. Not as high I think a lot of people would hope for, especially in Pitt. As they say, hail to Pitt over there. Let's see how it looks. I have three guaranteed wins for the Pitt Panthers. That's week 1, home for Kent State, I have as a win. Week 4, home for Youngstown State, I have as a win. And week 11, home for Virginia, I have as a win. That's 3 guaranteed wins I have for Pitt. Here's the catch, though. I only have 2 guaranteed losses for the Pitt Panthers. And that is week 12, they are home for Clemson. And week 13, they are at Louisville. I have those as 2 guaranteed losses. So they are 3-2 in my book. We have 7 games, 7 to find 3 wins here. Let's talk about it. It starts week 2. They are at Cincinnati. That is a very winnable game. I in fact give them the edge in that game. I think that will be their their 4th win here on our schedule so far. Although Cincinnati could come out, they could play hard. They probably have that one circled, and they might end up losing. Week 3 is the rivalry game, the backdoor rivalry. It is West Virginia. It is in Pittsburgh. I still leaned West Virginia here on my sheet, but Pitt could very easily win that game. I think that is as toss-up can get. Continuing, week 6, they're at North Carolina. I know North Carolina is going to be a question mark for all these teams, but they can win that game. In week 7, they're at Cal. I mean, they're home for Cal. That's a winnable game. I think they split right there. Week 6 at North Carolina. Week 7 at home for Cal. I think they split. I think that's where they get their 5th win here. Win total's 5.5. Week 9, they're home for Pittsburgh. They're home for Syracuse. That's a winnable game. Essentially, this team is firing over expectations at all. That is a very easy winnable game for Pittsburgh. Week 10, they are at SMU. Probably a loss. I can't say they are going to win that game, but that's probably a loss. I think they probably get the Syracuse one here. I think that is going to be their 6th win because week 13, they are at Louisville. I said that was a loss. The last game here, they're at Boston College to close out this season. I think they split the home for Syracuse at Boston College. I think they split. I think Pitt here gets the 6 wins for Pittsburgh. I think that is the most likely number. Yes, I think the most likely number probably is 5 and 7 after 6. So we are going to take the over here. Let me just look up numbers on sports books you can get right now. Pittsburgh. So it's 5.5 painted across the board. I have 6. I thought there were 5s out there, but there are not. It's actually 5.5 overs, actually plus money. That's enticing. I will not lie. That is enticing. There's a lot of there's not many games that are 100% losing. There's almost no games that are 100% losing on the schedule. There was a lot, and I mean a lot of winnable games on the schedule for Pitt. Let's go over it one more time here. From top to bottom, they're at home for Kent State week 1. I think that's a win. At Cincinnati week 2, I think that's a win. They're home for West Virginia. They probably split that Cincinnati-West Virginia game. I'm going to give them a loss there. Home for Youngstown State is a win. Bye week 5, week 6, they're at North Carolina. Week 7, they're home for Cal. I got that as split, so that's 4. Week 8, they're on a bye. Week 9, they're home from Syracuse. Week 10, they're at SMU, I have as a loss. Week 11, they're home for Virginia, I have as a win. Week 12, they're home for Clemson, I have as a loss. Week 13, they're at Louisville, I have a loss. And then week 14, at Boston College, I think they split either that game or the Syracuse game at home for their 6th win. I got over. Not betting it. Not betting it. The plus money, though, does make me very enticed into betting it, but I just can't pull the trigger as of right now. This is a team, if they get any better quarterback play than they did last year, which I'm pretty positive they are going to, this team can be low-key kind of scary in the ACC. Like, I think like a them or UNC, I think are very hard teams to predict right now. I think they could be very good and really exceed expectations, or the wheels could fall off halfway through. They can start giving some bad teams some wins here. But I got over 5.5. Tight, though. Tight. I'm Josh Wissey. Hit subscribe if you like the win total videos. Hit subscribe if you want to see the rest. Notifications for when when the big teams, we're almost getting to the big teams here in the ACC. Florida State, Miami. So you want to stay tuned. I'm Josh Wissey. Thank you.